Welcome to No Harm, No Foul, the early edition. Mike not even trying to look up. We're going to start the show off because we got some breaking news, Mike. And it's not a trade. The 49ers have not traded for anybody. Brock Purdy is in the concussion protocol. We can't make this up.
You know, as a content creator, how do I say this the right way?
Just say it the Mike way.
I'm going to say it the meek way. I used
Okay.
to pray for times like this, to rhyme like this.
You got to do it in his tone. I used to pray for times like this, to rhyme like this. Mike.
Family, wait, hold on. We have to acknowledge that the 49ers football gods do not stop giving to us, Wayne.
Ever.
They don't.
We have the greatest football gods of all time as a content creator.
Yes. They don't stop.
Well, here's the thing, Mike. So, after we overreact, we sip a few brews, we smoke a few cigars, we have some conversations, we grow up, right? And we flip the script because we have to turn the page because technically it's Bengals week. They're coming into town.
Yes, sir.
And, removing the coaches from the players, I want to focus on, or we wanted to focus on, my apologies, Mike, the head that forms the Voltron. Mm-hmm. That's the Brock Purdy. That's Brock Purdy. And you and I came up with ways of him being motivated to get his team over this, what's the word? Adversity. Hump.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We were looking for new ways for these guys to motivate themselves. And
then the 49er football gods said, usually I don't do this, but go ahead and keep the party going. Now Brock Purdy is in the concussion protocol.
I don't know if I need to say this or not.
You can say it. You should say
my laughter. My laughter is not at the injury.
No,
or
ever.
At the concussion or anything like that at all. But the 49ers quarterback position is the gift that just keeps on giving.
It doesn't matter who the quarterback is. It's the position.
Yeah. That's it. So I hope he's fine. We'll talk about it. But
so here's how it stimulated. It was, I believe it was on the airplane ride home. And Kyle and Brock had a conversation. Maybe Brock was speaking in a different language.
He said Iskabibbles.
Kyle's like, oh man.
He started talking, what's that called? Abu Dhabi?
Again, we're not laughing at the injury. We're just trying to make some light on the situation.
Oh my God.
Mike,
so
go ahead.
No. Come on. Nope. So they on the plane and they're having a face-to-face, and then, we just want to go over a couple of things. And Brock Purdy was like, yeah, so Kyle, I dropped back here and 2 chicken wings popped out and I wanted some KFC. And Kyle said, wait, no.
Kyle said, you didn't go to churches?
Right. Like, what are you doing? And so it just downhill, right? But we're here. And this concussion protocol, it's a little bit different than you got hit in the head, you go to the sideline, you get checked out, and they give you the thumbs up. This is not, that's being checked for a concussion.
Uh-huh.
Concussion protocol means that you have been diagnosed with a concussion, and you have to enter the NFL's 5-step process before being cleared to fully practice or participate.
Nah, this ain't happening. Can somebody hit the Twilight Zone button, cue the music? This can't be happening. I mean, 3 interceptions in the last 2 games. Damn it.
Come on, ask the. All right, we gonna do the conspiracy theory thing, or are we going?
Is Kyle Shanahan taking the keys back, bro? That's the question that I'm asking. Is Kyle Shanahan taking the keys back? I ain't afraid to ask the question. I just don't want to put it into the atmosphere. But when you're here, you're Debo, bro. You got
Okay,
mind control over Breezy. I'll be like,
I'm
you know
sorry.
what?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that to you. I
You
didn't mean
didn't
that to
have
you. Look,
to. You meant it though.
the it's not just you. Let me be very clear, without naming names. Somebody that we both speak to frequently, who is an avid Kyle and Brock Purdy supporter, just said to us, if this is Kyle trying to cover this up, we need to talk. So it's not just you. It's not just you. I'm talking about like real Brock supporters.
I got the Kool-Aid smile on, and I don't even know why. Listen, I'm devastated. Nobody wants Brock Purdy to go out there and bounce back from his team losing 2 times in a row. Nobody. Like I listen, I've critiqued him. I've let y'all know where he was not good, but I also talked about where he was good. And Brock Purdy in that last game, he played damn near perfect football, damn near, because that's the term. Perfect football until the end, where he was faced with a scenario and he couldn't help his team. He couldn't win the game. And so like this can't be that. This can't be. This is a concussion we talking about. But
Right.
how else do you stash a quarterback?
Well, yeah. I mean, you have to announce some sort of injury if you just want to test the waters. Now, this could be. I tell you what, this isn't. I don't think this is Kyle's way of.
Hmm?
Let me. I don't think this is Kyle trying to make Purdy not the starter. We were coming in here to do an entire episode on finding ways to motivate Brock Purdy. What if now,
Uh-huh.
right?
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
you had a
What's
couple
up?
hiccups. You
Shut
coming
up.
back down to work, right?
Hey.
And then it's like you don't look right. We're gonna put you in concussion protocol. You're not the starter for the upcoming game,
Uh-huh.
but now I get a chance to see what Sam Darnold can do with the ones all week long. That's where I think we might be right now. This is evaluation, and
This,
nobody can criticize how I'm getting it done.
this is motivation. Excuse
This
me.
is, huh?
What's my motivation?
There
This
it
is
is right there.
this is this is how you motivate. When Mike said that the football god said, "Here, Mike and Breezy, we gave you a pass for about 5 weeks, but we're gonna give you this one." Because Mike, think about it. Like, how else can Kyle Shanahan motivate his quarterback?
Well, I mean, it's I don't know that you can motivate a quarterback other than speak positively about them. And he's done nothing but that.
And
He's
and
done
Brock,
nothing but positive praise. He said it in the presser. Brock played well for the most part. He had a couple of plays I'm sure he wishes he had back,
mhm.
but that happens all the time. Like he defends him even when critiquing him. That's what Kyle does. He's always supportive of his guys at the podium.
But my question is, other than being supportive, because he's not gonna necessarily badmouth his quarterback. I don't think any coach.
I don't think he should either. Brock Purdy hasn't been terrible, so I want to be
He
very
hasn't
clear.
played terrible at all. He's played
Yeah,
terrible at times, but not at
and
overall.
like and very like pinpoint
Small pinpoint, yeah.
times, right?
Oh,
Like
situations,
that you
Mike.
can count on
Situations.
one hand.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Situations. Situational
right.
football, which Brock still has to grow into, right? He hasn't seen much football, hasn't played much situational football. Not giving him a pass, but my point is, in that particular time, all right, Mike. So, not to compare
Uh oh. Uh
position,
oh.
because there's a different position, but can we
Okay.
compare pressure?
Uh-oh. Okay. All right. I like where we're going.
Shout out to Nine and Cali Boy for the contribution. Says fantasy predictions updated. Brock Purdy 0.0, Darnold 20.3. Cats is probably going to try to run and get Sam Darnold. I hope not, but yeah. but not a Cowboy.
See,
Thank you.
now y'all about to make me talk junk and defend Sam
No,
Darnold.
no,
And
no, no, no,
I
no,
don't
no, no,
want.
no. What I'm trying to say is, can we compare pressure? Because you watched a rookie kicker 2 weeks ago miss the game-winning field goal, right?
Okay.
Bump the
Hmm.
other one. The game-winning one was the one where the pressure was on, and he
Yes.
failed. And Brock Purdy didn't have one, but he had two opportunities, and he's experienced. But the pressure was on, and not did he go 3 and out. He shot two interceptions.
Yeah.
Comparing the pressures,
Hmm.
like, do you do you think now Brock may be starting to get into his own head?
Well, yes. To answer it directly, right? Absolutely, and he should, right? Because getting in my own head means I'm evaluating what I've done. I'm
Can
looking at my process. He should absolutely be getting into his own head. He should absolutely be critical and analytical of what he's done and hasn't done, where he's messed up, where he's good, where he can get better, and all that. Um, I now the pressure on a kicker is just different. Like I this is gonna sound crazy. I think the pressure on the kicker is way more than the pressure on the quarterback.
they only have one job. They have like
Not only is
one
it one
role,
job though, but
one
like, bro, like
responsibility, and if
you
they
wiggle a toe the
miss,
wrong way during the
yo,
drawback, and your
yeah,
whole system is messed up. Like your
I
whole
agree.
process. I think kickers they have to be more robotic and numb than even quarterbacks do.
Right.
And
They
so I
can't
think
have
kickers have
any
one brain.
emotion. They miss, they gotta shake it off and kick again if they get the
Mm-hmm.
opportunity. But
Mm-hmm.
but when it comes to Brock, are you I don't I'm not worried about him breaking down under pressure because his moxie just doesn't it
Right.
doesn't it doesn't resemble that. Like it doesn't
Right.
speak that to
He
me.
doesn't give those vibes of like I'm a
Not
full.
at
Yeah.
all.
Not
Not
at
at
all.
all. How concerned are you about this concussion protocol being on a short week?
Well, so that's a really good question actually. So I actually have the NFL 5-step program pulled up on my laptop now. Um, there's 5 phases to it. What's today? Wednesday,
Wednesday. So
Wednesday,
today's phase one.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
He's got to
Oh
clear
shit.
Sunday. Can Kyle retract the day that it happened and say that was day one? Or does today, being the fact that he declared the concussion protocol today, is today day one? I'm sorry, I don't want to play this game without Brock. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
No, you and me both. You like
So
that would
if
be
people think
very
we,
scary.
yeah, if people think we trying to shit on Brock, man, that ain't it.
Mm-mm.
I, I think the Niners. Listen, they couldn't figure out a game plan how to beat the Vikings with Brock. I damn sure know there's no game plan to beat anybody with Sam Darnold. Like, and that's a shot at Sam Darnold. Like that is. I don't care. I
Right.
know you don't like that, Mike, but that's how I feel.
It's fine. I respect how everybody feels. I respect how everybody feels. I think Sam Darnold will come in here and shock a lot of people, but
And
I
and prove
digress.
me wrong though. Make me a naysayer. Make me the
I'm
doubter.
not ready to be wrong yet. I'm not ready to prove you wrong yet. Like I want more of Brock, and that's the thing that people forget. People think that because I got criticized for not putting the elite term on him and all that stuff, right?
Oh
And it's
no,
like,
you
oh, you
shouldn't be
don't like him, you
criticized
don't
for
like
that.
him,
You shouldn't be
huh?
criticized for that. You should
Right.
not. I didn't even criticize you for it. I just argued why I felt he was elite. And I respect everybody that feels he's not elite. That's fine. But I would never criticize you for it.
And but even like so, even during the arguments, I acknowledge like the kid is playing like flawless football for
He
all
was
intents and
playing
purposes,
flawless football.
right?
He was.
And so I'm not mad at anyone who says he is. I'm just saying it's too soon. That was my only argument against it. So I still am of the I want to see more. That's not changing for me.
Let's say Brock doesn't play. And Sam Darnold and the 49ers defeat the Cincinnati Bengals. We're headed
Let me tell
into
you
a
something
bye
right now.
week. Okay, I'm shutting up. Go ahead.
If Sam Darnold is active, I want Danny Gray in every fantasy football league I got.
They have to take him off the IR.
I know it's not going to happen this week, but I'm just saying because he's got
But
one
his
good deep ball down the right sideline.
yeah, but you know who
Brandon
his
Ayuk,
guy? You know who his guy is? Chris
Conley,
Conley,
Conley, yes sir,
who's been
Conley.
brought up a couple of times over
Mm-hmm.
Willie Snead.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting, right? Damn, I can't believe we having this conversation, y'all. But let's talk about. All right, let's say Brock is injured with the concussion and he's not going to play. Let's talk about what will it take for Brock, because I thought people were saying you can lose your job to an injury, like that's the new wave now. And if Sam
Not
Don
if you're a Niner fan, shit. Sorry, did that come through the mic? Y'all weren't. That was supposed to be inaudible. I apologize. Yo, listen, quarterbacks of the Niners get it. They getting clipped. They getting clipped for just not being there. They getting clipped. Don't let Sam Darnold come in here and light it up against every defensive player at the podium after this last game said, "Hey, we just got work, and it's not getting easier next week. We got a team coming in fresh off a bye. We got the short week. We lose a day of travel. They off a bye. Listen to me.
I'm
and
listening.
and hear me well. The defense sounded like they were already expecting to struggle this week. If Sam Darnold come in here and light it up, we are right back to the end of the 2021 season. What season was it we drafted Trey Lance?
22?
Was it
21.
2020? 21.
2020.
It was 21.
Yeah.
It was 21 because 2020 he sat out that year in
2020
college.
was Ayuk's year.
Right.
Yeah.
He was 2021. And that whole offseason, everyone was like, well, you traded up and got this guy, put him in. If Brock Purdy sits back and Sam Darnold steps up and this team and this offense is doing something different, we right back to the Jimmy
You
versus
mean
Trey
if
thing.
it's until it messes up again, until there's a wrinkle in time in the system, and then Brock Purdy will get the opportunity to compete for his job back.
Right. and then Sam will get that hangnail, and Kyle will be like, "Oh, gotta go back to Brock again." And then you know what's gonna happen at the end of the season?
What?
Kirk Cousins.
Can we close the show now since we started early? If Kirk Cousins becomes a 49er, I'm turning in my uniform, bro. I promise you I will create content for a different team. If Kirk Cousins is a 49er, I will no longer be a Niner content creator. You won't even hear from me. I'll turn into straight Ghost from Power, bro.
Oh my God.
That better not happen, bro.
We go out and Kirk Cousins shows Kyle exactly why he's always liked him. Hey, Kyle, remember this?
Mike, wait a minute.
Kyle, remember Mike, I could do this?
Wait a minute, Mike. Before the game, I don't know if we said this on air, but didn't we say Kirk Cousins was auditioning for the 49ers in that?
Kyle like that shit so much. Hey, all right, I got to show him that Brock hurt. Now I got to show him that Sam Darnold's not good, and we need another quarterback. Now the good thing is that it's just a concussion for Brock Purdy. All jokes aside, like can we get for real?
We're just joking, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, we're having fun with the situation. Not making light of injuries.
Kyle did get his extension, and this will prolong him even more if the quarterback ain't right.
I don't know if I said this on the air, but I definitely said it to y'all. Every time Kyle gets an extension, a new quarterback is introduced to the team. Every time he gets an extension, a new quarterback is introduced to the team. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. Now he want to just lay there. He's sitting there whining the whole time when it was just us. Now he's
listen, guys. We don't know. All I know is what they telling us in the reports. They had a conversation on the jet plane back to the joint, and he was deemed with concussion-like symptoms. And from there, Monday, Tuesday passed, and on today, Wednesday, he's in the protocol.
So phase one of the protocol is symptom limited activity. The players prescribe rest, limiting, or if necessary, avoiding activities, both physical and cognitive, which increase or aggravate symptoms. Under athletic training, staff supervision, limited stretching and balance training can be introduced, progressing to light aerobic exercise as tolerated, which, by the way, is phase two. Under direct oversight of the team's medical staff, the players should begin gradual cardiovascular exercise and may also engage in dynamic stretching and balancing training. Neurocognitive imbalance testing can be administered after completion of phase two, and the result should be interpreted as back to baseline. Phase three, football specific exercises. I'm not going to read that whole definition. I think we can surmise what that is. And after all that's done in the ongoing monitoring, I will read this last part though. The player is allowed to practice with the team in sport specific exercise for 30 minutes or less with ongoing careful monitoring. After that part is done, they enter phase four, which is club based non contact training drills. The player continues cardiovascular strength training, balance, and all that stuff, blah, 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 blah. But then they go ahead and get to neurocognitive balance and testing should be completed no later than at the end of phase four, with the results interpreted as back to baseline, meaning where they were before. And then phase five, full football activity and clearance. Upon clearance by the club physician for full football activity involving contact, the player must be examined by an independent neurological consultant or INC assigned to his club. If the INC concurs with the club physician that the player's concussion has been resolved, he may participate in the club's next practice or game.
Like, that sounds like a lot.
Sounds like a lot of stretching, a lot of rest, and just don't get dizzy while you're doing it.
But I'm just
You
saying, over a short period, that sounds like a lot that has to go on. I mean, the rest you can monitor. He was at practice today. He didn't participate though, so he was there.
wait, he was on the field or he was at the stadium?
I just know he was there. I don't
Okay.
have either way, he didn't do anything. He was just there,
So is it possible he's already in phase two?
possibly.
Because phase one is rest.
Yep. But what if he was resting there?
Then I don't think people would have known he was at practice, is what I'm saying. So phase two is aerobic exercise, and that's
He
with the
didn't do
team's
any of
medical.
that.
Huh?
He didn't do any of that though.
He didn't stretch.
No, he was just there. He didn't
Oh,
participate in anything.
right. He didn't participate in any team activity, but phase one is rest. There's no need for you to even go to the facility, is what I'm saying. If
I
they're
mean, what if they diagnosed him with it there?
oh oh my god. If that's what we need to know. Is this phase one? And if so,
I,
he's
I,
not playing Sunday.
I know. Listen. I'm preparing for Sam Darnold. I promise. Listen, tomorrow is our preview show. We're gonna preview Sam Darnold versus this motherfucker Joe Burrow. That's what we're gonna have to do. Like, I mean, prepare for the worst,
Prepare for glory, but
anticipate pain.
that's what we do, man. This is the pains of the fucking
Shit.
49ers. Why did this happen to us? Don't we deserve better? Like, was the 5-0 start like
That was
a
the
curse?
gift. It was the gift. It was like, I'm gonna let y'all rock out with Brock and go 5-0. I'm gonna keep y'all whatever. And now look at the injuries. No Debo, CMC limited, no Trent Williams. Dre Greenlaw took a vet day today, but I know if anybody got concussed, it should have been him. The way he hit somebody, he put however much weight into that particular hit. Got up, came back. It's just tough, man. Look, this is what football is all about.
This shit is crazy. We can't get a break. And like, the Niners were doing so good on the injury thing, right? We would get out the game with like a little scratch.
Mike, my fingers were crossed, and I was just like, please let it be a flesh wound. Please let it be a bloody scratch. Please don't let it like, and then when it rains, it pours.
If Sam Darnold's active, we win this game. If Sam Darnold's, I'm gonna
Why are
tell
we
you why.
going back to
I'm
this?
gonna
I thought we got
I'm
past
gonna tell you
this.
why. I'm gonna tell you why. Because that means the defensive experiment comes to an end.
Okay. Okay.
They gonna get back to
But it has
basics.
to. It has to
Right. They're
because they
forced
don't
to do that.
trust. Yeah, if they
It's a twofer.
this is
This
Kyle
a
Shanahan.
twofer.
This is Kyle Shanahan. This is Kyle Shanahan. This is Kyle Shanahan. Where's
Yes.
my ding ding? This is Kyle Shanahan. Where's the bell? There it is. This is Kyle. This is
Yep.
Kyle because Kyle's chicken shit. He's afraid to go and say, Steve, your shit don't work. It stinks.
Right.
He's not. He's not gonna do that. He's super
Mhm.
passive, right? So this is his passive aggressive state, though. I tell you what, bro, need you take this one for the team. You know what I'm saying? Listen, full confident, you good. I promise you, Gucci. Blah 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 blah. You ain't gonna use the job. All right, cool. And then so what he do? He was like, all right, since I can't talk to Steve, I'm gonna make Steve revert back to weeks 1 through 5.
We got to do what made this defense good. We need you. I need
Let the
you to stop
players play. Let the players play. Stop
Mhm.
making them think.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the Steve Wilkes episode, though.
Nah, but it's double motivation. Hey, Brock, we just fell 2 games. Sit back, relax, chill, take the check. Let me get the defense
That check
motivated.
like $5 though, but yeah, take the check.
I'll take that $5 if y'all.
I'll take it too. I'm not going for it's
because-
Halloween too. You know how much candy you get for $5 after Halloween?
The after Halloween
The
sales
after
be hitting,
Halloween,
though, don't
yo,
they?
after Halloween and after Valentine's Day, the candy
After
be 2
Valentine's
cents.
Day.
Yo,
Yeah. If you win the chocolate, February
wait one more
15th
day.
got to be your holiday.
got to be the holiday.
That's crazy. That's
Got
crazy.
to be the holiday. Listen, Denise says I'm calling BS. Kyle was in the defense meetings.
I don't think he was, man.
I don't think Kyle.
I don't think he was, bro.
I think
saw a
Kyle
tweet saying
trusts his coaches. His main thing is his quarterback and his offense. I don't
Right.
think he sits in the defensive meetings, Denise. I could be wrong, but I don't think he does. I think
Right.
Kyle won't say anything. And so this could be Kyle's way of saying something. I don't know. We just be making up the stuff at the same time. But, Mike and I, we talked about it yesterday. And the one thing I love about the two of us is we don't always agree. And that's cool. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit.
I still, what happened now?
No, go. I got you.
I still think the defense and the players need to find a way to execute. I don't care what they're being asked or told to do. That's their job. Their job is to go out to perform. But Mike had a bunch of great points. And as I'm watching the defensive film, I will say I saw adjustments. And if you don't believe me, they went from giving up explosive plays on the ground to getting tackles for loss. So that's an adjustment right there. Now, as far as blitzing and all that bullshit, it's a whole nother conversation and a whole nother show. But when the defense was asked to make a play, they forced one punt and they got stops and they gave the ball back to the offense. So they adjusted. It was just too late.
You know what's happening about a week from yesterday in the NFL?
Trade deadline?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So where you going with this? We got 45 seconds.
Well, we went early. We not going over?
No, I thought we gave him
No, that's cool.
minutes.
Okay. What would it take to get Kirk Cousins now?
Mike, okay. Guys, no team is safe when they're on the prowl. This is Breezy Mike on No Harm, No Foul. Like, why would he even do that? Like, Mike.
All right.
Kirk Cousins got more interceptions than Brock Purdy all season.
Kirk Cousins is okay. We out of here.
Now we can't. It's not resolved. It's not. There's no resolve.
I'm just how? Like, why not? Why not? I'm not kidding, right? Let's just say Brock Purdy it's just a concussion, no big deal. But if Kyle gets in that front office and goes in a little bit of panic mode, hey man, we need to win these games. We got to win them now.
So you're telling me that our head coach
Why we got $40 million just sitting around?
Has lost faith in Brock Purdy, is what you're telling me. There's a possibility that our head coach, let me say it like that.
No, Brock Purdy's hurt.
According to Kyle Shanahan, he put this out there. And you thought it was going to be his elbow. You thought, you little sucker, you did.
Oh, man.
Because he told Troy Aikman. So he told Troy it was the elbow.
Mm.
And then Kyle went and flipped the 360 and said it's the brain.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Just a little rattle, just a little, asking for some change.
So why we got Sam Darnold here?
That's a good question. No team is safe when the Niners are on the prowl. I'm Mike, and that's Wayne. This is no harm, no foul. We'll see y'all tomorrow.